Jordi Chin is a fan favorite character in the Watch Dogs franchise, but would that automatically make him a great main character for the next game? Well, honestly, it depends. For me personally, I think Jordi Chin works best as a side character. He makes jokes when he needs to, and more importantly, he shows up when he's needed. If he were to be the main character of the next game, I think it would do more harm to his character than good. His dialogue, especially in the first game, was extremely well written, and in the second game, it wasn't as funny, but it was still really good. However, these are just small tidbits of him. Imagine getting a full game centered around him. There is no way his character, and especially his dialogue, could live up to expectations. The jokes, even if they were as good as the first game, would most likely get tiring after a couple of hours. I mean, take a look at this scene from Watch Dogs 2.
I don't really believe in coincidence. So who the fuck are you?
Shoot that guy in the ass.
The dude gets shot in the ass and still manages to make jokes seconds later. And again, I do think this is funny, but he would be this way throughout an entire game and it would eventually get repetitive. As a main character, comedy is definitely a trait I like to see, but I also like to see emotional aspects as well. Jordi, at least from what we've seen, doesn't truly get angry or sad. He just does things for money. He's the comedy relief, which is fine as a side character. Now let's just say none of this stuff bothers you, which is totally fine because people have different opinions. From a gameplay perspective, Jordi Chin wouldn't really make sense if they continue with the focus of stealth gameplay. I mean, his primary weapon is a sniper, which can be stealthy. However, he doesn't really prefer going in quietly if this mission from Watch Dogs 2 is any indication.
Heads up, you're gonna feel this one.
What?
In addition to that, he literally calls the cops on himself and Aiden in the first mission of Watch Dogs. So he doesn't really like doing things quietly, which is perfectly okay. But I feel like Watch Dogs as a franchise is going in more of a stealth direction, although that's just speculation on my part. But to wrap things up, I think Jordi Chin is an amazing character. However, I just don't think he would work as a main character. It's entirely possible, but in all honesty, Ubisoft would most likely damage his character if they tried focusing an entire game on him. I personally think it would be best if we played as him in a DLC, kind of like what Bad Blood did with T-Bone. Anyways, that brings us to the end of the video. Let me know what you think about this in the comments down below, and I'll see you all later.